Hello world. What's up? Um there's going to be another video where I look the same because I just recorded it. I originally intended to talk about this, and then I was so gabby that I realized, okay, you need to make two separate videos because you're chatty Cathy and you need to shut up. So, with that said, this video is about a certain something that's new about me, you know? New hair. Who dis? I don't know if you noticed, but I have locks. I'm so new to the lock world. I'm learning that you're not really supposed to call them dreadlocks, so I'm trying not to call them that, but I've always called them that prior, so I didn't. It's a hard thing to break, hard habit to break, but yes, I got locked. I have I have locks. These are starter locks. I have had them now for 6 weeks. I actually was going to do a video probably a couple weeks ago, and then I said, I'll wait till I get it retwisted and they're like fresh. So I actually got my hair done today. I went to the salon and got a fresh retwist. So this is 6 weeks worth, 6 weeks of starter locks on me. So why am I posting this here when my channel is mainly about online language learning? Because I want to. It's my channel. I'll cry if I want to, or I'll post videos about my hair journey. But really, it's more so just so I have like a record saved somewhere outside of like my computer, just so I can access like my journey, my growth process. So I will tell you a little bit about my hair journey over the years and how I came to the decision to do this. So growing up, I used to get my hair pressed back in the day, with the hot comb and all that. You straighten it out. So my mom probably started doing that, I don't know, 5, 6, up until I was old enough to start getting perms. So I would say probably at the age of 9 um, until the year 2011. So how old was I then? I was in my 20s. So a good 20 years or so, I was getting perms. For the longest, I went to the salon. When I was in college, I started doing it myself, having a friend help me just because I was broke. I was in college. But I also hated going to the salon. I really hated it because it would just take your whole day. Like, you would spend half a day in the salon because it was like you had to get your perm in, and they had to let that sit. Then you had to get it washed out, and then you had to sit under the dryer. And then while you're sitting in the dryer, she's finishing somebody else. You're waiting, and then she's got to do. It's just like it just was waiting. It just was like time. It was a time suck, and I hated it. I hated it as a kid. I hated it as an adult. I was just like, I don't like the salon. So for the longest, I was doing my own perms at home just because it was easier. Cheaper, yes, but it was more so about the convenience. Um, so fast forward to the year 2011, and a lot of people are going natural. It's just kind of like the trend. And I don't really know what prompted me to like let me go natural. I think it was I've never been one to have long hair. Like, I just haven't. And I think I wanted to see, like, okay, if I stop perming it, will I get some, growth out of this? Like, will I see some length, some, all that. So, I transitioned for just short of a year, where I basically grew out my relaxed ends and just kind of like I was slowly like snipping them as time went on. And then I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. So, um, it was fall of 2012, like late summer, when I finally cut it all off, cut all my relaxed ends off. So, from, I don't know, I think it was like August or September of 2012, from then on, I've had natural hair. I've colored it, but I haven't permed it or put any other chemicals in it. Um, I loved natural hair. I loved having it. I loved the versatility. I could wear it straight if I wanted to. I mean, it's a lot of work to get it that way, but I could. I could wear it straight. I could wear it in a big afro. I could wear it in braids. Like, I could do anything with it. It was so versatile. That's what I loved about it. And I loved the look of it. When I had the right styles, when you had a pop and twist out, man, like, I loved how it looked. I liked how it felt. Like, if you had I loved it. What I didn't love was the work. Oh man. I was from the time I stopped perming my hair until getting locks recently, that's a span of 7.5 years. And it got old really quick, and I am just like, I am a basic girl. Like, I'm not somebody that's like, I like looking nice. I do wear makeup. I, do my hair, get my nails done, but I'm not going to spend hours doing hair. I'm not going to spend hours doing makeup. You see these tutorials on YouTube. No shade to anyone else, but that's just not me. I don't like spending a lot of time on things like that. My makeup routine takes me 10 minutes, if that. That's actually really, on a special occasion, if I'm going out, if it's like my birthday or doing something, then yeah, I'll spend the time. But on a day to day, how quickly can I do this and how much sleep can I get before I have to get up and get ready? Like, that's me. So that's really, over time, my natural hair just became such of a hindrance, and I hated doing it. Not that I hated the look of it, I didn't hate having it, I just hated doing it. And it was becoming, I was always wearing my hair in ponytails, like in puffs, because I just didn't want to deal with it. And obviously, it's not one, that's not healthy, but two, it was just like, you got to figure something out. So I would do protective styles, like I would do braid, I did kinky twists, and then I had like cornrows. So I didn't, and I loved the freedom of not doing my hair. I loved it. It was amazing. And then I would take them out, and it was like all over again. There was a period where I was loving my hair because I colored it. Oh man, I loved it. I did like a purple ombre, and I love purple's my favorite color, and I loved the purple. I'm not really good at editing these videos. I don't know if it's apparent, but if I figure it out, I'll try and put some pictures in so you can see like the different looks that I had over time. But I'm not making any promises. This is just, like I said, this is just for fun, just a hobby, and really, this is more for me. Something's falling. It feels like it's like a spider or something. I think it was hair. Anyway, really, this video is more for me to just have a record and, you know, look back at my hair, a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever, and just see where I've come. Journey. Um, so anyways, I played with colors. So I started with a purple. I loved the purple, loved, loved, loved it. Then so I did that like I got the first time I got it was in like the spring of 2017. I got my first color. I actually went to the salon because I was like super nervous. I'd never bleached my hair. I'd colored it before, but I'd never bleached it. So I got it done and I loved it. And then from that point on, I did it myself. So I did the purple like 3 or 4 times because I loved it. And then it would fade to like a mahogany, kind of burgundy. Then it would be almost like red, orange, because it fades really fast. That's the thing about purple. It's beautiful, but it fades like that. So I loved that. Then I switched over to like a teal. That was really fun because when I first did it, it was really dark, so it was really subtle. Like you would only see it in certain light, and then over time, like as it rinsed, and the green. I've heard that green is like the hardest to rinse out, and that green lasted a long time. The blue is what came out first, which is makes sense because it's the same thing that happens when I have purple. The blue tone is what leaves first, and the red is what stays and takes the longest to fade. And it's the same thing when I had my green. I had my teal. That the bluish, the cool bluish tone is what faded out faster. The green, the warm kind of yellowish green is what stayed at the end. Um, and towards the end, it didn't really look that good. I gotta be honest. But I did like it in the beginning and like for a good portion of time. I think I redid that one once, and I think when I redid it the second time, I think I just put blue over top of it because I knew the blue was going to fade, so it was like a midnight blue for a while, and then it kind of faded again to like the teal. It was fun. I loved it, and I might still do it again with my dreads. With my see, I'm not. I just found out you're not supposed to call them dreads. This is new to me. Okay, I might do that in the future, but right now they're just babies. So anyway, so fast forward, I played with it. I was done doing my hair all the time. I have considered getting locks probably for 2 years, off and on. And the thing that always dissuaded me was I know that it's a transition, and I'm already transitioned. I've done this before. I don't want to do another transition. It's not like I lock them one day and they're locked. It's a process for them to actually fully lock and mature and be rooted. It could take up to 2 years. And I just was like, I don't want to deal with that. And again, because the thing that pulled me in is the idea of not doing my hair every day, not the maintenance, not washing it and styling it and retwisting it every night so I could style it again in the morning. Like, no, I want to be free from that. I want to be free, break the chain. So I was actually I was on the fence of locking my hair or shaving it off. I was actually thinking about just doing a buzz cut taper. And honestly, that's not off the table. I'm just going to put that out there. But I was like, I feel like locking is like a step. Like it's less it's less drastic, you know. You shave off your hair, where do you go from there, boo? There's nowhere to go from there. You can wear a wig, I mean, but your hair's gone. So it's like, okay, let's take a progressive step. Let's try the locks, which is, radical but really not. And a few months, 5 months, 6 months, a year from now, you really are just like, F it. You want to shave it off, then shave it off. But I figured the locks was a gradual step. So I'm 6 weeks in now. Um, I decided that if I was going to do this, I'm going to go to a salon because ultimately that's the biggest maintenance there is right now. It's just the washing, conditioning, and retwisting. And then in between, the only thing I have to do is oil my scalp. That's it. I don't have to style it. I mean, I do like, I'll put like a half on a ponytail, or I'll put it back in a ponytail, put a headband on. That takes 2 minutes in the morning. That's not really styling. That's not like me retwisting my hair at night for 25 minutes and then untwisting it in the morning for another 15. Like, no, it's not the same at all. Um, so yeah, so far I'm loving it. I'm gonna take this off and hopefully you can still hear me. But the only thing that's hard for me, I don't know if you can see it, is in the front. The ends of my hair are very scraggly. Can you see that? They're very like straight. Whereas um this the hair here it's a different texture. It's 4C kinky coily hair. And if you look at the ends, I mean these ones look like locks. Like they're already budding. Like they just look, to me they look more complete, if you will. Like the ends don't look all scrubby. So I'm perfectly good with the back. These ones in the front are just, what I've been doing mostly is like, I did like a high bun. I'll pin them and then put a headband on. So it's just like, I got to figure out ways to style it to hide these. I just don't like these scraggly ends. But otherwise, like, I kind of feel like I have a little bit of hang time now. It's nice. But yeah, I'm happy because I'm not doing my hair. And from an ESL standpoint, um, the kids really can't see because I have my headphones on, but I've worn them out. I've worn them with the headband. Actually, I have a slouchy hat that I've worn in classes. No comments across the board, like none. And these kids, they have no filter. Like if they think you're ugly, they don't like your hair, or they'll tell you. They'll be like, "Teacher, what's on your head?" I don't like it. Like they have no filter. I mean, that's kids in general, but I think too their culture is a little more just like blunt and direct, which I'm kind of used to from like my ex and his family. They're from a Western country in Africa, and I'm not going to say which one because I don't want to predispose, but they're very like blunt people. Like, what are you going to do with your hair? You going to leave it like that? You shouldn't leave it like that. You're fat. You've picked up some weight. You should lose weight. Like just, and it's just our culture. It's not. They're not trying to be mean. Like they're just like it's fat. It's a fact. I'm not being mean. It's a fact. So these Chinese kids are the same way. They do not care. But I've worn it in class and no issues. Like nobody said anything. Whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to get on and be like, hey, look at my hair. Like I said, 6 weeks in, I just had my second retwist. So I've had 3 appointments. I had my initial where I got my I did coils for the record. I did the coils to start, the comb coils, and they palm roll to retwist. Like I didn't want to do interlocking. When I looked at pictures of interlocking, it seemed like the root were fuzzier. If that makes sense. Like my roots are like clean from where they're retwisting. Like it just is like very clean. Whereas when they're doing the interlock method, it, uh, it's hard to explain. You just have to look at it, but it just didn't seem as clean and neat. And I was like, let's do that. And also, it seems from me watching people doing it at the shop that it's quicker to do the palm roll. I know it's cheaper too. Um, yeah. So that's all I wanted to show was just like let's talk about my hair. Again, that's really more for me. But if you guys want to comment, sure, have at it. I love it. I'm 6 weeks in. Like I said, no maintenance. I oil my scalp, put a bonnet on at night, good to go. It's like golden. So, all right. This video is now 15 minutes. My gosh, I talk a lot. Somebody put that on one of my comments. Somebody commented that on one of my videos. It was just like, you talk a lot. Thank you. You don't have to listen. Like, learn the gift of the scroll, Scroll to another video, bruh. It's not going to hurt you. If you guys made it through this long, thank you. Appreciate the patience. And that's it. Have a great day. Bye.